welcome to my first video. First of all, my name is Dalton. Welcome to channel DMD, and I'm just here to talk about some campaign ideas I've been running, and talk about what I find interesting about D&D, I guess. Also, talk about some of the influence I've had. I'm a relatively new DM. I've only been playing for about a year, once a week, sometimes twice a week for that whole year. So, I don't have the vast experience that some of the other people do, but I definitely think I have a valid point to put out there. I usually run a homebrew campaign with my own lore interjected with some of the stuff I read from books, but anything that I bring up, don't take it like it's out of the book, lore-wise, that is. I guess you can kind of call me a rule Nazi or rule lawyer. I definitely like the rules of combat to be followed, but I definitely believe that there's an aspect of the game that need to have bendable rules. And usually the way I do that is just by, if it makes sense in that situation, and if I think it would benefit the game in a positive manner, I'll allow it in that way. But welcome to my first video, and I hope you guys stick around for all the cool stuff that I plan to bring. I kind of draw most of what I get from the internet. I try to find people who know what they're talking about and make it look like I know what I'm talking about. One of my biggest influences, like I said earlier, Dungeon Master Johnny. I find everything that he puts out really, really helpful for new DMs or just people looking for fresh new ideas. He always seems to find a way of doing something that you've seen 100,000 times in a way that makes it seem like you've never seen it before. And that's a really valuable thing that I would like to emulate in my DMing, is that sense of newism, I guess, even though it's not even a word. But another one, Spoonie over at Countermonkey, he goes on these rants, and I don't know how he just does a one-shot rant like he does, because I mess up all the time. But Spoonie, he just goes and tells stories about the cool things he's done in D&D, and I'm always have my notebook ready right there when I'm watching it, because I just get inspired off of what he does. Matt over at Fistful of Dice, I think he brings like a really analytical view into Dungeons and Dragons. He's very precise in what he wants to accomplish when he sets out to make a video, and I think it comes across very insightful and very helpful. Of course, Chris Perkins. I try to watch all of his Acquisitions Incorporated videos that he does at PAX. I've watched all those Robot Chicken ones, and the one he did over with the guys in the UK. Anytime he's DMing, I learn what I'm doing wrong and how I can do it better, and just how he adapts and plays off of people is really nice. And another thing that I never see anyone talk about is Reddit has a subreddit called our D&D, and just tons and tons of information there. Anytime I'm stumped on something to do, I post a question up on there, and everyone there is so helpful in just trying to help DMs and players be better at Dungeons and Dragons. And that's where I go to get my information. If anyone's looking for a place to get information, I highly suggest all those spots, and I'll link everything down below for you guys too. But yeah, if you're ever looking for anything, I highly suggest those people and those places to go. So in my custom campaign, like I said, it's a homebrew, and the world is called Calthiar. Calthiar is your Tamriel of magic worlds. It's not high magic, but I would say it's probably a medium magic place. It's not uncommon to find a magical item in a dungeon being kept by kobolds or anything like that, but you can't just go and buy a magical item out of the store either. And the overall conflict that's happening right now is there's a conflict between all the deities, and primarily between Bahamut and Asmodeus. Asmodeus, being an evil ruler of hell, is vying for power on the dark side, and Bahamut is trying to stop that from happening. And this is where our adventure group comes in. And in the beginning it was just Pathos, a shifter barbarian, Tesla, a gnome wizard, and Shelnarat, a Deva invoker. And these are all played by friends that I've had for a long time, so we're all pretty comfortable with each other and have a really great time playing. And they went through their first one and have now foiled one of Asmodeus' minor plots and caught the attention of the god. So as they're trying to avoid being destroyed by the minions of Asmodeus, they're now flocking towards the followers of Bahamut to help restore balance to the world. And that's the key word I like to emphasize in this campaign. Is you're not trying to kill Asmodeus. You're not trying to promote Bahamut. You're trying to restore the balance to the world. So you don't have an overly good or overly evil world at your hands. And so that's the basis of my custom campaign. And I look forward to telling you guys more about it in future videos.